Hey guys, welcome back to Create2Game, where we connect creators and gaming. I'm Moogli. Sony is looking into buying the company Kadokawa, the parent company that owns From Software. So far, it's only been confirmed that Sony is interested in talks to buy the company, and we don't have an official statement from either side. All we know is that they've expressed interest so far. Sony does already have a 2% stake in Kadokawa and a 14% stake in From Software. So what does this mean? In my opinion, even if the intent is to just keep things the same and to have another asset in Sony's pocket, but they do buy out Kadokawa, I'm sure there will be at least one round of layoffs, and that's just being nice, which is the last thing that anybody in the gaming industry needs right now is another round of layoffs. But this is the same thing that happened when Sony acquired Bungie a few years back. It's common for layoffs to happen during a time like this, during these big acquisitions, so we'll see if this even goes through. I'm jumping way ahead right now. Right now, Sony just expressed interest, but I can't help but think ahead to what this means and what this means for even From Software games like Elden Ring. So yes, right now it just seems like Sony is trying to make more money, build up their portfolio, but it could change not only games like the Dark Souls games if there's restructuring going on there, but it could also change some of the media that Kadokawa has. I'm pretty sure they have anime or at least some animated media as well. So this is just the beginning stages, but we will see what happens as time goes on. T1 took home another win at this year's League of Legends World Championships, proving they have a strong team dynamic. But Tuesday night, top laner Zeus announced that he's leaving T1. After being part of T1's academy team, Zeus joined the main roster in 2022, where he started as a sub before becoming the team's top laner. He was also named the MVP at Worlds 2023. The T1 LOL account on X posted that, quote, "Today, we part ways with Zeus. We truly thank him for all that he has accomplished at T1 and wish him all the best," end quote. I guess we'll see who will have to fill in his shoes next year, which there are a lot of good options. Also, don't at me. I know it's Zeus and it looks like Zeus, but he pronounces it Zeus. So if you're listening to this and it sounds funny, please know that is why. The mobile game Kingdom Hearts Missing Link is having its release date pushed back, unfortunately. This comes after a post on X from the official NA account for the game that shared, quote, "While preparing for the launch of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, we have made the difficult decision to delay the release. We sincerely apologize to all players who have been looking forward to the release. We appreciate your patience. Please look forward to further information," end quote. First of all, just as a journalist, who wrote this and was it translated? Because they repeated words way too often, which now you guys can at me for repeating words in my script, but I just had to point that out. And second of all, while the news is a bummer to some, a lot of fans seem to be accepting the news fairly well, or as well as they could be, saying that they're pretty much used to waiting for Kingdom Hearts games, or that they're glad to see that the devs are actually trying to make it good instead of just sending it out to the world. That was the only update so far. We don't have an estimated timeline, but we will see what comes next. The 2024 Game Awards are right around the corner, and the nominees have been announced. This year will be the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards, and there will be winners in 29 different categories. Some of the categories include, of course, Game of the Year, Best Adaptation, and Best Performance, which I was stunned to find out that Richard Lintern, who infamously voiced Aigon in Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, wasn't nominated. If you know, you know. But jokes aside, some of the games nominated for various categories include Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII, Rebirth, Zenless Zone Zero, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Baldur's Gate 3, Fortnite, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Astro Bot, and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. You can vote for your picks at thegameawards.com, and you can watch the awards on December 12th or 13th, depending on your time zone. For this week's question, since the holidays are coming up, I want to know if you take any games with you to your holiday vacation plans, or if you take any consoles with you, or if you just game on your phone, or if you just don't game at all, and which games are they, and what consoles are they, and what do you do? So for me, I always take either my Switch, or I used to take my Game Boy Color back in the day. Sometimes I would take my laptop with me for long vacations just to make sure I have something to do during downtime, or if I want to go hole up in one of the rooms and just unwind. So do you guys do the same thing? What games do you play? What consoles do you bring along with you? And what's the best way to pack everything when you travel, I guess? That wraps it up for this week's episode of Create2Game. Don't forget that you can find me on Valkence Social at social.valkence.com, and I'm there at Moogli. You can also find me on all other social media at MoogliGames. Be sure to head to valkence.com for updates on all of our other podcasts, latest news, and more from the Valkence family. See you next time.